Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jade Masood's exit from EastEnders will provide a significant challenge. Jade's father Dean Wicks was taken into custody earlier this week on charges of killing Keanu Taylor and tampering with her medicine. As Gene Slater recently discovered, Dean was definitely guilty of the first offense, tampering with the prescription to keep his daughter from moving to Pakistan with her mother. Even though the six chose to accuse Dean by hiding the murder weapon in his apartment to divert attention from themselves, viewers are aware that Linda Carter is the real perpetrator behind Keanu's death. In an earlier episode, Jade had sealed her father's destiny by telling the police that Gene Slater had made the charge. In later sequences, Jade is asked to visit her father in prison in a letter that she gets, and this causes her to feel conflicted. Jade shouldn't go too close to Dean, according to Stacey Slater, since she fears that doing so could reveal her cover-up. They plan a farewell party for Jade at the Vic after she persuades her mother Jean to talk her out of seeing her father. But when Avani Nandrahart talks about all the time she lost with her own father, Ravi Gulati, at this celebration, she gives her companion something to think about. While all is going on, Dean is incarcerated and determined to clear his name of two extremely heinous crimes. BBC One will show these moments the following week. Lexi Pierce's tragic response to Jay Brown's pregnancy announcement has been broadcast on EastEnders. Jay's ex-girlfriend Nadine made her way back to Walford earlier this week to announce that she was expecting his kid. Since Nadine works as a sex worker, Jay initially reacted negatively to the news, doubting if he was indeed the father. Nadine, who was naturally angry, clarified that he had been her lone customer when she became pregnant. At first, Nadine attempted to conceal her pregnancy from Jay due to Ben Mitchell's disparaging remarks she had received after telling him about their relationship. "I realized I needed to get an abortion. I'd schedule it in, there was time," she recollected. Then, 6 or 7 weeks go by. "It's real now that 7 turned into 10. Nadine stated she had misjudged Jay all along and left when he asked whether she had come searching for money. Later, when Nadine saw Lexi shopping at the Minute Mart, she approached her to introduce herself. Later, at the Vic, Gina urged Jay to tell his family the life-altering news before they learned about it from another source. Callum, Honey, and Billy were gathered by Jay to hear the truth, and he was shocked to learn that Lexi was already aware of Nadine. "Is that accurate? You got that sex worker pregnant," Lexi insisted. "How were you able to?" A distraught Lexi walked out and told Jay not to follow her when Jay couldn't refute it. Callum was seen shaking his head in disgust, indicating that the parents were also displeased. Will Jay be able to reconcile with his family and put things right with Nadine? Jamie Borthwick, star of EastEnders, has responded to Jay's startling baby story. Jay's former girlfriend Nadine Keller surprised him this week by revealing she is expecting a child while he was in the middle of preparing to run the London Marathon in Lola's honor. At first, Jay attempted to keep this information from his family, but Nadine ruined his plans by telling Lexi, Lola's daughter, everything. Ahead of the poignant sequences with Jay running the marathon the following week, Jamie Borthwick, a cast member of EastEnders, opened up about the turmoil in his character's life. "It's a bit all over the place really. At this particular moment on screen, the other little blondie's about to walk back in, the little Lola lookalike, the Kiwi, so it's a little bit all over the place at the moment," he explained. "The marathon has kind of taken a little bit of a backseat with all this what's going on with Nadine's return and the Oppenheimer bomb that she drops, so the marathon's kind of taken a bit of a backseat, and as we get a bit further down the line and closer to marathon day, you will all understand why." Jamie declared that his character Jay would step up to the responsibility that he doesn't want in response to the news that he would become a father. "We all know Jay. He's a good man, as Perry Fenwick calls him, a good man, so he certainly lives up to responsibility," he stated. I think he's sucked into this dream. He buys into it. He absolutely has no reason to not believe, so he's all for it, and he steps up when called upon because he is a good man. Jay might be torn about Nadine coming back to Walford, but Jamie is excited to be collaborating with co-star Jazzy Phoenix once more. Do you know what? From her first spell, she's never left. I've seen her probably 3 times a week since she's gone, he said. We're great pals, and we're really close, so it was lovely to have her back in work. She's a really sought-after member of the cast. She fits in great, everyone loves her, so it was really nice for us to do a bit of work together again. It was really nice having her back. 3. As Lexi Pierce speaks out, Nadine Keller feels bad about Jay Brown. After receiving some food for thought on his predicament, Jay invites Nadine to the apartment. However, as Jay wonders if he is actually the baby's father, a fight starts. Nadine discloses that she is expecting a girl while maintaining that the child is his. After winning her over, Jay offers Nadine money and pledges to support her and their child. The next day, Nadine apologizes to Jay, Honey, and Callum Highway, Tony Clay, for making Lexi angry regarding the pregnancy. Having grown closer to Nadine following the death of his wife Lola, he is not eager to reconnect with her. Next week, he confides in Gina, who advises him to find out what Nadine wants. After some hesitation, he goes to meet her, and she drops the shocking news that she is expecting his child. Unsure of what to do, Jay dashes off. Jay is still having trouble processing the news that Nadine has given him the next day. She is upset with him and advises him not to stick his head in the sand, while explaining why she chose not to tell him sooner. Next week on EastEnders, there will be horrific scenes featuring Yolanda Truman being sexually attacked. Yolanda views Pastor Clayton as a close friend and confidant, and the two have been becoming closer. Next week, nevertheless, there will be tragic moments in which the pastor targets Yolanda and sexually assaults her. Fans of the BBC soap opera will witness Yolanda's struggle after the assault since she believed that she could trust the pastor. They will also witness how it impacts not just Yolanda and her life, but also her relationship with Patrick. On Wednesday, April 17th, an hour-long show featuring the events will air. It will have flashbacks of other women who have experienced sexual assault at the hands of Pastor Clayton. It is evident that this is not the first time he has committed such crimes. Jade Massoud faces a huge dilemma in Exit Story. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.